Welcome to my channel. This is Kendall. Today is we're gonna try to get this stinky pen inked up. This is a Noodler's triple tail. I actually bought this a while ago, and it's been sitting in a glass in the windowsill, trying to get the sunlight to maybe cure the resin. From what I've heard, the um, resin itself is what's stinking. It's not something you can wash off. Anyway, that wasn't working too well, kind of. It definitely lessened. And then I thought, actually, I heard maybe some coffee grounds. So I've had it in coffee grounds for like the last week and a half. And yeah, I'm gonna rinse this, wash it, see if the smell is gone. Um, it's an interesting smell. At first it really smelled like shit. It really did. Um, Now it hasn't been as bad, but it was like a really stinky feet kind of smell. Now with the coffee grounds, maybe it's gonna help, maybe not. So we will see. Okay, I am back from washing off the coffee grounds. Now it doesn't stink as much like oh, fish feet, maybe is what my son likes to say. But it's got a little bit of a coffee smell, which is good. There's a little hint of that stink left. Um, One of the good things about Noodler's pens is they are easy to take apart. You can fully disassemble. What I think I'm going to do um, before I ink this up, I'm going to take this apart just in case it does any damage to the nib and the feed. There we go. I just had it on really tight. Take this part out, just the cap and the barrel, which this resin is supposed to be what's causing the stink. And my wife has, for nails, this UV light kind of a thing. So anyway, I'm going to use that, maybe give it 20 minutes, see if that does something. Really, I should have tried that before the coffee grounds, but I didn't think of it. So we will see if the stinky pen is less stinky. I gave it about a half an hour under the UV light, and it doesn't, it does smell a little better. So I think it does work. I can also use that again for, if I find that the stink comes back. Right now I'm mostly just smelling a little bit of like coffee grounds kind of smell, and I can live with that. So let's go over the parts of the pen. I'll put it back together, um, and then I will not ink this up on camera because these are so full. That's a huge thing just to know. Noodler's ink, they like to top it off, and I guess that's good, but this is a red-black that I'm going to use. So the way I'm going to ink this up, so you can see this is the triple tail. So it's got 3 tines. I'm very much looking forward to trying that. That's why I bought the pen, and it cost about $60. So I'm hoping that it's a good fit. This all comes apart. This piece here. This comes out. This is a little breather hole that goes into the back of this. So this piece right here is what you use to suck up the ink. So yeah, you put the nib in and then pull up this way. And when you are putting this back in, it's just guiding that tube so that it goes into this upper part of this piece here. So, but yeah, lots of O-rings in this. So I think as far as the build, I think it's good from what I can tell. All right, so yes, I'm gonna stick it in that bottle, pull some up, and not do it on camera because then I'm sure I will spill everywhere. Okay, so not too bad. I've got a little bit of ink down here into this section, and I don't know if that's normal or if maybe as I was putting this back together, if I didn't tighten something well enough. Also could be, you know, maybe you're supposed to put silicone grease. I'm not sure. And then also I noticed the feed isn't 100% lined up. And that might be just the best I can get it. I did have a little trouble getting this back together. So we will see how that goes. All right. I managed not to spill a drop, by the way, which is because I didn't have it on camera. So let's go over the body of the pen. So you've got Noodler's here, Noodler's ink. You've got Noodler's ink company right there. And then you have Triple Tail on the body there. Overall, the build quality seems to be good. I'm liking what I'm seeing that way. And just have to give it another sniff test and see if it's still doing okay. Yeah, not terrible. So yeah, let's do a little writing sample and I'll give you a kind of sum up of what I think. The pen does post, by the way, not very well. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it's kind of just makes the pen really, really long. You can see. I typically don't post anyway, so I think that should be fine. All right, this is some Memazine paper, B5 notebook, and here we go. Let's try this out. Oh, nothing, dry. There we go. I think I had it uncapped for a bit. You can see all 3 times trying to make that work. Wow, this is a gusher, which I think I like. I'm thinking the feed is not lined up, or I may need to heat set the feed because it is ebonite, and I remember people talking about that. So, let's see. Yeah, that's nice and wet. I actually prefer pretty smooth. Let's try some vertical lines. Vertical with pressure. Wow, you got a gusher there. Horizontal, horizontal with pressure. And the ink is also Noodler's red black. I wanted to try this ink, and I was told, or at least I heard, that you probably want to just get a bottle because the black and red can separate, and you need to shake it really good before you ink this up. And speaking of which, I didn't shake this up super good before I filled this up, so I'm not sure if I'm getting the true color here. But I haven't loved this ink as much. I tend to like Writer's Blood better and Ox Blood better from Diamine. But yeah, I'm kind of looking for the deep dark reds that I really like. The nib feels good though, and I do like how much ink this puts down. And I think that is why I got it. I was looking for something that just would gush and that could have some flexibility. So let's try a little flex. I am in no way a calligrapher. So yeah, I think that, I mean, it feels great. That if you want to use up some ink, this will do it. This will blast through some ink. Wow, I quite like it. We will see the if if I continue to like it, if it's too much ink, or if I need to heat set. Oh, let's try some reverse here. Yeah, not bad. You can hear a little more feedback on that side. Actually, it's about the same, but you really don't need much pressure because of how juicy this is, and I quite love that. So, um, all right. Well, let's talk about what I like, what I don't like, and let's start with the pros. I think the 3 tines is just really cool. It's really juicy if you like to write that way, which I do. I quite like it. Um, I think that's a huge pro. Also, the ability to take everything apart. We'll see if I need to heat set the nib or the feed or not. And there's pros and cons to that. I think um, being able to take everything apart, fiddle with it is a good thing. It could also be bad if you're not into that. Um, it's nice, demonstrator clear like this. You can see all the ink in it. Um, yeah, I think for the price point, it's maybe not a bad deal to get this. But let's go over the cons. First of all, when you first get it, it will smell like shit. Maybe. I mean, I've actually heard people say theirs didn't stink too much. Maybe that's just different batches. Maybe the company has some UV lights that they use. I'm not sure. But I do think the UV light helped with this. Um, and also that the coffee grounds, I think, helped too. So, first, the stink. Second, the stink. And third, the stink. I mean, I think I do need to bring that up 3 times just to specify how bad it was. I opened it for Christmas, and my whole family made fun of me. They're like, "This is a, stinky feet shit pen," So yeah, I would I would not gift a pen from Noodlers. I'm not sure I want to buy another pen from Noodlers just because of that. That said, I will report back. Um, let you know how it holds up. Right now, it's not as bad stench wise, and I really like this. I really like the way this writes. Um, Another con, I think for $60, it is a lot generally to try something out, but I do think you're getting a good product besides the stink. It seems to be made well. Um, yeah, I don't know as far as other cons. I think the filling mechanism's a little strange. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but yeah. Um, Overall, it's a fun experience, and if you guys have heard of ways to de-stink a pen, let me know. Let's help people going forward. Be warned, if you buy a Noodler's pen, it could really reek. So if you've got some secret hacks, you know, maybe leaving it in direct sunlight works better for you. It did not work as well for me. The coffee grounds helped a little. I think that UV light was probably the best. And yeah, please like this video if you found it helpful. Please subscribe and stay tuned. I've got more things I want to cover, trying to cover things that are, you know, maybe not covered as much, and my unique take. So thanks again. We'll talk to you later.